We can stop it because it's hard to hear. Okay, guys, thank you. So you got to see a little bit about the technology that we're using to share this with people.
Wow.
You got to kind of get an idea of who NASGO is. Let's just talk about it. So who is NASGO? So if you don't mind, pull up NASGO's website. And there's a little section called Why NASGO. And NASGO is got a goal to be the first $1 trillion blockchain. Now, how many $1 trillion companies are there right now?
2.
There's 2 now.
Amazon just.
Yep, Amazon just
Amazon
popped
did
it.
it?
Yes, 2 days ago.
And I
Yesterday.
actually thought that Amazon would beat Apple. Does anyone know why they didn't beat them?
No.
They didn't bring out the coins when they should have.
Yeah, they had a plan to bring out their own token,
Wow.
and they didn't. I promise you, if they would have, their sales would have soared. Because that's what tokenization is about. Let's not get confused. The purpose of tokens is to get more sales for your brand. That's it. Okay? If the token gets you more publicity, if the token gets you your customers to feel better about your brand, if the token allows you to compensate somebody for making a referral that wouldn't normally make one. So if I can get compensated for telling Nitin about a great movie, I might actually text and say it was a great movie. And if Cineville or whatever the Cinepolis, and if Cinepolis will give me a free token when Nitin actually buys that movie, I might spend some time telling him about it. If not, I have no interest in talking to Nitin.
You talk about something else.
No, unless I'm getting paid, we are not talking. I'm kidding.
Exactly.
Oh, that's not the vision of the company? Okay.
Monetize every conversation. I like that, James. I like it.
Just trying to keep you guys alert. So really, tokenization is about what's the word? It's about embracing and recognizing your customers. It's about being connected with your customers. So when we just saw this with Jafar Jackson, what did Jafar Jackson say his intent for the token was? Did you catch it? Charity. He wants to be able to give back to causes that he means.
Nice.
Now, what happened the last time there was a major disaster in Haiti and everyone donated to the Red Cross? What happened?
10%.
Money disappeared.
Only 10%
They
went
built-
to the Haitians.
They built 6 homes.
6 homes.
I thought they
No,
raised
they built
billions.
like 20 homes. They were just mansions in Laguna Beach for the owners of for the middlemen. Bob knows he was one of them. You should see his mansion.
I didn't know
He got a
those.
plane, got a mansion. None of the money went to. It all went to Bob.
Yep.
Okay? But Bob was able to hide it in an offshore account, which he still has.
Wow.
Yes.
Can it be made?
If you want to find out where the money went, talk to him. I don't know about it. But had it been used in a blockchain account,
Yep.
we would have seen where the money went. So what Jafar is saying is, hey, Jafar's sort of coming from this place of abundance. And the abundance place that he's coming from is, I already know I'm going to be okay. So if you're going to enjoy my music, I want you to enjoy my music while it benefits others. What an awesome, noble place to come from. So now as you buy his music through his token, he can be sure that that money goes to the causes that he believes in. You know who else can be sure? You can. Because you can go to what's called an explorer. An explorer is a link to the blockchain ledger that shows everything that's taking place on those transactions. So you can trust Jafar. You can trust he's not just up there going, I believe in charity, as he builds 26 mansions and 10 yachts and 14 airplanes. Okay? You can actually see how much is going. So this is an actual great client for us to kick off our brand because he is committed to charity. Eric is committed to charity, and wouldn't it be awesome if we literally can make this star really successful using this technology? So, you know, some of the, what do you call them, managers of the musicians, what do they call them?
Agents.
Agents, I'm looking for another word. Managers,
Publisher.
there was another word, but I forget it, so.
Distributors.
Prostitutes.
Yes, thank you.
Prostitute?
That was it.
Yeah, I knew.
Well, yeah.
No. Labels, record labels. Thank you. Not prostitutes.
Sorry.
Gee, plain-minded.
The record labels will probably not be excited. You know, the record labels, they want to own that musician. They want to go, no, we're going to give you $50,000. Aren't you happy? As we make $44 billion. Well, what do you mean? We gave you that advance. And they go, we can't give you any more. It's expensive to run this business. So the world is sort of saying, I've had enough. I don't need you. I don't need this middleman. I can do direct business with my customer. That's really what cryptocurrency is about. It's about in branding. What's the word? It's about giving that merchant or that business owner more control to do business directly with his customers and keep more of the money. So right now, we don't have that option. Right now, we're going to catch our bill in a few minutes, and they're only going to give us 2 choices of payments today. One choice of payments is going to be using this device here called MasterCard or Visa, and the other choice is using this device, which is cash. What's the problem with both of them? The problem with cash is that you would have had to go into the ATM and you would have paid $3 for that cash. Okay? Or you would have had to have time to go get it. So you're going to have to use this device. And this device is going to cost 3%, which is not a lot of money. Oh wait, it's 3% a day times 365 days. That happens to be 1,000%. So you don't think that when we charge a business 1,000% for him to be able to deliver a product or service for you, it's not costing you more money? Of course it is. Okay? So Visa, this is the largest financial services company in the world and probably the largest company in the world. Most profitable. They sort of have a monopoly until now because we're going to give the merchants choices. And so now the merchant can say, hey, why don't I thank you for this meal and give you some tokens? Well, why will they do that? Because if that person goes, I'm going to come back and use those tokens, they're going to have to go into their wallet and learn how to use a token. And they might say, you know, I like paying for services using tokens better than MasterCard and Visa. I'm going to do this more often. I'm going to purchase more tokens here. So what we're doing is we're not tokenizing the merchant, we're tokenizing the world. Okay? We are actually the company that is actually going to solve the chicken and the egg problem.
Woohoo!
The chicken and the egg problem is, what do you get first? Customers or businesses? So if we get all these customers who have cryptocurrency and they have no place to spend it, that's a problem. That's where we're at now. All of you who have cryptocurrency in your wallets, there's not very many businesses in the U.S. that are accepting Bitcoin. So you are waiting around, or what you do is you transfer it to who? Visa. They got you still. You think they're not charging for that service? So you're taking your Bitcoin, you're transferring it to another fiat business so that they can then make those transactions, and the 3% is still charged. Isn't that interesting? So what if you can do business directly with the business that you want to do with little or no cost? Does that allow a better system to take place? So what we're doing is we're really embracing and empowering both the business and the customer. Now, let's talk about some alternatives that have been out there. American Express is tokenized for years. Does any of you own any of their tokens? They're not what we would call tokens, they're called points. But for this conversation, I want you to understand a similarity between a point and a token. Because the points can only be used where? At that business or brand. In many cases, tokens can only be used at that brand. So if you have a Mimi's Cafe token, it probably can only be used at Mimi's Cafe. Now, let's talk about the limitation of points and rewards. It was interesting, on the way up, Bob put me on the phone with somebody who's pretty knowledgeable and savvy. And he started saying, well, why would you need to do this? Why couldn't we just use debit cards and gift cards? And I just said, because of all the limitations of debit cards. And he didn't know what they were. I just started naming them off. I was like, well, you really want to go print 1 billion cards? I go, how much would that cost you to print 1 billion of these cards? Anyone want to guess? Probably pretty close to 1 billion. You can spend $1 billion to give out gift cards? I don't think so. You know how much it's going to cost us to create 1 billion tokens? Less than $1,000.
For a business owner.
For a business owner. You know how long it's going to take to do 1 billion of these? I don't know, probably 3 months waiting list, approvals with FDIC, approvals with the printer and press. I know because I'm in that business. 90 days, right, Gary?
And then you got to distribute them.
Then you got to distribute them, which now there's all these laws about how to distribute them. Do you know that you have to keep them in a locked safe? You have to have like approval to hold the cards. Then you got anti-money laundering laws. Okay. Then actually, if you give a card to Gary, and Gary uses $45 of the and it's a $50 card, what happens to the other $5?
Left over.
That's a pretty big waste, wouldn't you say? Well, someone's getting screwed and someone's making money when that happens. So let me tell you something. There are thousands of problems with that system. I know. Partner in that business. Tokenization, 5 minutes. That's how long it will take you to get your 1 billion tokens. 5 minutes. Okay? So we can embrace a business and we can give them this tool. Now that's NASCO. That exists today. But NASCO needed a team to distribute that to the world. So they brought on ShareNode. So ShareNode is us. It's the sales organization. We get to sell 2 things. We get to sell businesses, which we haven't started yet, but we start Monday. Okay, so Monday you can start bringing in your referrals for businesses.
I have one.
You got one.
No.
The first business that comes in, the compensation is $10 million, and then it goes down.
Take it now. Take
Just
it.
kidding.
I got you.
I have one.
I'm sorry, I already made the first sale. I got the first $10 million.
Oh.
The next one was $9 million. Gary got that one.
I
I'm
got
sorry.
Randy.
The third business gets one $150 gift certificate to Mimi's Cafe. Okay.
Goes down real quick.
Well done,
Number
Carol.
4 gets you knives, and number 5 is a Hallmark card. Okay, it's an incredible compensation system we've developed. It's really good for the first 2 people. Anyways, so we're kicking off that program. On a serious note, do you want to know what we're actually doing?
Yes.
So we're going to give these business owners their own tokens. We're going to train them how to use their tokens, and we're going to put them onto the ShareNode community marketplace. Now that's a temporary marketplace. It's a permanent marketplace, but it's a temporary marketplace until we launch Amico. It'll always be there, but it's not the end all. The end all is Amico. Amico will literally reach hundreds of millions of people, okay? But we're not ready to launch Amico. So what we're doing is we're launching the ShareNode community. We're creating an app. Those of you that are in the app business, what is the value of an app, a digital app that's customized with all your features? That could be a few $1,000s, right?
Yep.
So we're going to give you an app. The total cost for this is $3,500 for all these services. right now, today, on Monday, for the first 100 businesses, we're going to knock the price down to $995. That's going to include the NASGO fee, which is about $500.
Wow.
So we're actually losing money on this, just so you know. Why would we do that? Why would we lose money? Because we want 100 businesses to come on right away, and we want 100 really great businesses, and we're going to feature those businesses. Let me tell you about some of the businesses that we have now. The Jafar token, the film coin, the space thing that Bob was a part of.
SpaceX project.
SpaceX. I'm going to send you an email. I want to show the SpaceX. Bob hasn't seen this. Have you seen the video of SpaceX yet?
Which one?
Just came out last night.
I think so.
So I'll
Time
show
to
it.
go up.
I'll show it. I'll send it to Gary right now. So we have so many tokens already in the works. It's amazing. Okay, I'm forwarding this to Gary. This is a video promo of one of our clients. I just sent it to Gary, so it'll take about 5 minutes to show up. And so we're going to preview these on October 27th at the Dolby Theater, the same location where the America's Got Talent is showing every night.
Academy
same
Awards.
place for the Academy Awards. And you guys, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to want to be there. And I'm going to announce something secret today. Something that has not been announced yet. You're going to love it. You got to promise me you won't announce it. Can you promise me that?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So what's going to happen is that we're going to allow you guys to bring us 100 businesses. We're basically going to put them on there for almost no cost because we want to see these 100 brands be super excited. We're going to put them through our system. We're going to take a percentage of their tokens, and then we're going to distribute these tokens out to the world. So I started thinking last night, and I said, you know, typically to put on an event like this, it'll cost about $250,000. If you have to pay the talent, raise that to another $250,000. We're actually not paying our talent. Our music talent is going to be Michaela's band. They are a brand new musician band. They've actually just tokenized with us. Jafar is tokenized with us. He's not going to charge us.
Wow.
But we will have a way to donate to charity for these stars and give back to the community. So it would cost about $250,000, which means for us to even break even, we would probably need to charge each person at least $199 for this event. And that would be normal for a price like that. What if we paid you to come?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many of you like that?
Yeah.
Think we'd actually sell out the tickets fast? Now my son wants to come. Okay, I was interested. But you're saying you're going to pay me? Just food for thought. Not saying we're going to do this. But I want to hear your reaction when I say it.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't said it yet.
Oh, okay.
What if we give you... So now I know what a fake reaction is, so I now know for the real reaction. What if we gave you 10,000 tokens to come to this event?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Okay.
Wow.
So I started thinking about it, and I started thinking, would Jafar Jackson or SpaceX or heck Mimi's Cafe want to give 100 tokens out to people to experience their brand?
Yes.
So let's say that I had a health spa, and this health spa service was $500. Would the health spa want to give away 100 tokens to a raving fan to spend those 100 tokens and get access to something, and then maybe write a really cool review? Would they do that? All day long? Would they give away 3,000 people those things?
Yeah.
Guys, they're doing it now. They're making out gift cards. They're printing up coupons. They're spending that money already. So this is not an official announcement, but I want to hear your reaction. Nitin, I was worried about you. And I said, I just don't know that Nitin's really going to promote this event because he's going to call people and he's going to say, it costs $199. And they're going to go, oh, that's not a good weekend for me. That's Halloween weekend. I'm going to be picking out my costume that week. I literally had people tell me that. I was like, are you insane? I'm like, they're like, well, people who have families are preparing for Halloween. I'm like, what are you talking about? You have kids, that preparation for Halloween is like 2 hours. It's like, okay, let's go in the closet, see what kind of stuff we can find, and or go to Toys R Us and grab a costume, and you're out the door. Let's go, okay. Anyways, so I was worried about Nitin, and when I say I'm worried about Nitin, I'm worried about the average person who doesn't know how to convey the value of this event. They don't know how to explain the magnitude of the launch of this company. So I said, gosh, how can we get them to understand the value of this? And I said, you know what? If we gave out 10,000 tokens to the first 1,000 people who bought a ticket, I'll bet we'd sell 1,000 tickets in 2 days. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Monday.
Monday.
And Monday.
First 3 hours.
First 3 hours. You want to watch this? Let's do it.
Where's this event again?
This,
Don't.
I'm going to first tell about this.
Why?
So one of the brands that is actually a space exploration, not a space exploration, it's a stem cell research that uses space and gravity to do research and to magnify the intensity of the stem cells. They actually invited our core team to a launch. Bob got to go, and so did Tim Moore and Edna and Nanette and David Tickle, who represents Michaela, and one of Michaela's bass players is there. So this is the kind of thing you're going to experience when you come to the event. You're going to see our ambassadors come out in their gowns and their tuxedos, and they're going to present who are these 100 businesses. We're going to present, what we're doing to tokenize the world. And people will get tokens from these businesses. So let's go ahead and play this. Send stem cells to space. It's David Tickle. That's a rocket. What goes up must come down.
15 down, all right.
Bam!
Wow. Woo. Great job.
Okay, so imagine being at the Dolby Theater as we release these different companies and we do promos about them. Can you imagine what a privilege that would be for a company to be broadcast worldwide and be recognized like that? Are you going to have any trouble getting a business to want to be featured at our thing? No, it's going to be a competition. We're not going to guarantee that one of your businesses will be featured. But I promise you this, we'll probably bring on 500 businesses in the next 60 days. And then we'll pick about 100 of them that we'll feature. All of them will be listed on our marketplace. All of them will get some exposure. But I think we're going to sell out these 3,000 tickets in a week. Because I think that if we do what I'm suggesting, which is we give you an opportunity to have this, now I want to get your real reaction, not in the terms of excitement as yelling, but maybe some comments. How many do you think you would really be able to get a lot of people to come to this event if you did this? What are your thoughts? Anybody? Give me some thoughts.
Sure. It's a no-brainer.
You'd call everybody you know?
Yep.
And
I
I
already
think,
have, and I didn't even know about it. So
so I don't know. So don't announce this yet. Don't call them people and say, I'm going to talk with Eric and Butch, and we're going to.
Carol's already broadcast.
Carol's already broadcasted it.
It's already out.
Oh my
Don't
God.
How many of you don't believe me and know that she has already sent out a text message to you? Yeah, of course. I just love to tease Carol.
He does.
So guys, I'm just so excited about what we're doing, and this is a game changer for you. So I wanted to, kind of do that, but I get a lot of questions about some of the back office details. So let's scroll down for a little bit. And we know about how we're going to become the first $1 trillion blockchain. Let's keep going, because really what's happening, this is the big picture. We're moving from this era where we were getting AOL disks. Then we started seeing, GoDaddy, and everyone started registering a domain to try and become wealthy. And then this happened very quickly, where it transformed from everybody using this device to get on the internet to this device. And that's why they became the first $1 trillion company. Right place, right time. So you have to ask yourself, should you have invested in Apple? How many of you raise your hand and think you should have? How many of you did or wish you did? Okay? They wish you did more. Okay? So it was sort of an obvious thing, maybe not. And but they basically now they sell more computer devices than any computer manufacturer in the world. And the reason is because they focused on mobile. But as a result of focusing on mobile, you go in there for a mobile phone and you walk out with a desktop. Isn't that interesting? Distribution. So I'm going to tell you something right now that I want you to learn. It's not the inventors that make the money. It's the distributors. Apple, I don't know that they invented that many things. But they distributed it better than anybody. Okay? They had some good inventions for sure. They have a lot of patents. But, they didn't have a lock on mobile devices. They just basically distribute it better. So we don't have a lock on blockchain technology. If you want, you can go to Ethereum, and I can refer you to some companies. For $300,000, they can set you up on blockchain. There's no lock on this. Or you can come to our website in 5 minutes for less than $1,000. You can get the same service, only better. Maybe we do have a lock. Maybe we got a little advantage here. What do you think?
Yes.
So we've got to take advantage of it. So it's ShareNode that's going to make NASCO successful. It's ShareNode. ShareNode is going to bring the massive competitive advantage. It's you. Viva's got people already in multiple countries now doing this. Okay? How many countries do you have, Carol?
India, New Zealand, Australia,
Holy
and
cow.
Malaysia.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
So far.
And just this week.
This thing is growing at such an exponential rate. With what we just leashed for you with the technology, you guys can go crazy with this. Okay? So what we're simply saying now is, let's keep going, is that you have this ability to do block.com. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. So in just a few minutes, for 700 NSG, which is $500, you can get your blockchain domain. You can put your company on there. We do tokens. We give you we actually then charge you a little more. We give you, put you on the marketplace. We do everything for you. So let's go to ShareNode.com. And I'm going to finish with some technical things now that people ask me. I want you to understand this. It's actually very simple. When you go and you purchase your food using this device, this Visa card, what is actually happening when you swipe it?
There's some.
Can it happen without an internet device?
No.
Why? What's actually happening when you swipe it?
Sending some data and sending it back, like some kind of authorization.
Yeah, so it's sending data to access your bank. So this is a Visa card that is tied to Chase Bank. And these numbers are correlating with my account. So it's verifying and it's validating. I want you to use these words. It's validating that James has money in his account. So if I walk up to one of these little symbols. What's that symbol right there? It's real small. QR code. A QR code. Here's a trick question for you. I want you to think about the answer. Does that QR code have internet connectivity? Does this piece of paper have internet access? So if I'm at the farmer's market and I have this QR code, and I walk up with my blockchain technology on my phone, boom, what's it going to do? It's going to validate. What is it validating? It's validating, does James really have a token? And it's saying, does James really have a token? And if he does, we're going to send it to this address, which is on a piece of paper. And it's going to go into the wallet of the owner of this piece of paper, or this symbol. And it's going to do it in about 1,000 times, about 1 million times faster than the Visa network. And it's not going to take 3 days, which is how long the Visa network takes. Because what happens with the Visa network, they validate it, then it takes another 2 to 3 days for that money to actually move from bank A to bank B. And actually, it could be as many as 4 or 5 days. But Visa is so nice because they only charge 1,000% to access that money. Have you guys ever tried to figure out how long it would take you to be a billionaire if you were earning a 1,000% return?
Not very long.
I don't care if you started with $1. If you're getting 1,000% on a $1, you'll be a billionaire within a year. Did you know that? If you're getting 1,000% return. Because it's just going to compound so ridiculously. So that's why Visa is the richest company in the world. But you know what? We can validate in a millisecond, and the money actually moves from one spot to another. So guys, our business is going to accept this? Yes. And what you're going to get is you're going to get a piece of that validation. You're going to own that. When you stake the token ShareNode program, we're going to capture 30% of every single coin. 30%. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put that into mining. We're going to put it into computers. We're going to hold it safe. We're going to mine the transaction. So let's scroll down, and now I want to help you understand something in detail. The reason why we get 12,600 tokens per business is, can someone please divide 12,600 by 3? It's not hard, it's 4,200. Okay. Did anyone know why it's 4,200?
Minutes or seconds or something like that?
It's 50 tokens every 17 minutes. So how many 17-minute intervals is there in a day, in 24 hours? I don't know. But if you times 17 minutes times 50 in a 30-day period, it equals 4,200. You understand that? So we have 3 delegates. Each delegate's generating 4,200, because every 17 minutes, we're validating all of the transactions in that 17. Well, we're validating them every second, but every 17 minutes we make a payment. You understand? So there's validation every second, every 17 minutes, payment. Payment. Colby just started working for me. He goes, James, I want to be paid the same way NASCO does. So every 17 minutes he stops working and he has his hand up like this. And I'm like, what's up? And I high five him. And he's like, no, I'm not going back to work until I get paid again. And so sometimes he has his hand out for hours. I'm kidding. Guys, I mean, would you like to work for an employer that paid you every 17 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just want you to know I'm never going to pay you every 17 minutes. Okay? I might pay him every 17 days. That sounds better.
And isn't that her business?
He might quit working for me and go work for NASCO. Okay? Because NASCO's going to pay him every 17 minutes. Quite honestly, I wanted to do both. I wanted to build a team, So he's getting paid every 17 minutes. So he has a retirement beyond what I'm going to pay for. So my point is that you guys, you work for an employer that is trusted. I'm not too trusted. I might fire him today. I already threatened him. I said, hey, if you don't do a good job, I'm going to fire you. That's what employers do.
Yep.
They get you to work for as long as you can until they don't need you anymore. So I just kind of warned you for that, right? Okay? But blockchain's trusted. These guys pay you as part of the consensus. So I'm just kidding about Colby, but I'm making a very valid point here, right? Do you really want to work for another human being for the rest of your life? Or do you want to work for technology that is trusted and guaranteed? So I don't know. That's when Bob wanted me to train on this, and he took a phone call as I started to train. So, how many of you now understand this better? Where this number? We didn't make it up. Eric and I were playing cards, and we were like, "How many tokens do you think we should give him?" He's like, "I don't know, maybe 1,000." I'm like, "What about 15,000?" He's like, "No, maybe 5." I'm like, "What about 12,600?" We're like, "Yeah, let's do 12,600." I just said we did not do that.
It's a mathematical
Can you take her phone away from her,
I was
please?
trying to calculate.
This is like a comedy routine. I'm just practicing. In case we don't make it in NASCO, I'm going to go on stage. Okay? So, we did not make this number up. I mean, I watched Eric did it. He actually did exactly what she's doing. Let's go ahead and do it. 50 times, you have to figure out how to divide 17 into 30 days. I don't know how to do that.
How many hours? By the hour?
Well, I mean, the problem is it's not easy because you can't just go 17 times.
20.
To make it simple, we were like 17 divided by 3, but it's not accurate.
24 times 60 divided by 17.
Oh, there you go. See? Took a math guy.
24 hours.
24 hours multiplied by 60 minutes divided by 17 is a number of
There you go. Then you times it.
number of events.
4.7.
Okay, now times that by 50.
4,235.
4,235. Okay, now times that by 3.
12,713.
So it's actually not 12,600 due rounding. It's 12,700. Eric and I were going to keep that, and we were going to buy hamburgers with that. But you can see where the number came from, right? Okay. So the reason why we came up with is we rounded it to 12,200 from 12. We rounded it from 4,235 to.
Probably have to average in leap year and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's
Hamburgers.
That's our hamburger fund. I mean, I'm serious.
That's what it is.
Serious about massages, facials.
Okay.
Calls.
So anyways, do you understand where this number came from now? Does that make you feel comfortable? Okay. We didn't make it up. So, guys, this is significant revenue. So if we do 10,000 businesses, it's 10,000 times 12,600.
Times that.
Okay.
Arguing.
This is your opportunity to ask me technical questions, even though I'm having fun with you.
Because we only have 15 minutes in this room.
We're going to be done in 5 minutes. Or I'm going to be done in 5 minutes. Unless you have more questions.
We love you, James.
Questions. Let's hear it. Anybody?
One of my clients had asked me, since I said to him something about even in China you can do business and they can't censor you, and he said, well, isn't this on the internet? And I wasn't able to answer the fact that there's a block.com domain versus.
It's a great question. Stephen answered the question to me, and I kind of understood it. So I'm going to try and explain it. He says, James, when you buy a website from GoDaddy,
Yep.
the information is held on a server
Yeah.
from GoDaddy. So if GoDaddy goes down, so does your website.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if you are doing business with Wells Fargo,
Yeah.
it's a Wells Fargo Go server.
Yeah.
Whoever owns the server owns your information.
Yeah.
So if your server is blocked in China, it can't go to China.
Ah.
But if your server is decentralized and it's owned by no one, this is the key. If it's owned by no one,
Yeah.
but it's serviced by Gary, Carol, Viva, Paul, Linda, Nitin, and everybody in this room,
Right.
and if one server goes down, it moves to the next one.
Ah.
So if like I come in and I'm like, Gary, and I take a hammer and start crashing his computer, he stops earning money every 17 minutes. It's gone because I broke his computer. So if there's no server power, he can't get paid. Then I run over and I break, his. But Colby lives in China and I can't get there, and so there's no way to crash the network. And it moves every second to a computer. So there's and let me tell you something. When I broke his computer, Paul was waiting to pick that up. He was number 102. So he was like, he might have paid me to sabotage his computer.
So the delegated proof of stake, the delegators or whatever, the delegated
The way that the
people.
101 delegates work
Yep.
is it's the top 101 by votes.
Yep.
So whoever has the top 101 votes. So if you ever log into NASCO, it's public information. You'll see who the 101 delegates are.
Yes.
And you'll see who number 102 is.
Got it.
Okay? Number 102 is making 0. Number 101 is making a lot. Okay? So when Eric and I were talking about this, I'll be honest, when I first started talking to Eric, I was like, Eric, what do I got to do to become one of the 101 delegates? That was my goal.
Right. Right.
So that was
right.
the first conversation I had with Eric is, hey, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to become one of the 101. So I started with bribery, blackmail. I mean, I tried everything. And I'm kidding. But he said, James, I just talked to Steve. He goes, you'd have to have 20 million tokens, which is $20 million to become a delegate. And I was like, wow. Because I was trying to figure out how Advantage 360 could pool. And I was going to go to Viva for $100,000 and Denton for $100,000. And I was like, we're not going to come up with enough money.
So
We're going to be short.
So you'll get your 20 million in about 3 weeks?
So it gets better. So I was trying to figure that out. And I was serious. I was like, gosh, how can we become a delegate? And then we realized that with ShareNode,
Yep.
we actually solved it. With ShareNode, you don't have to worry about being one of the 101 delegates. Because what you are is a prorated share of 3 of the delegates. So we took 3 delegate positions, and we said, all you need is $1,000, and you can get a piece of that. So instead of you having to come up with 20 million and you having to come up with 20 million, and we then made it super easy. But you can't do it for 999 tokens. It has to be 1,000. And guess what? It's only $600 to buy tokens today. But it's going to go up. And it's going to keep going up, and it's going to keep going up. And you know what? Eventually it's going to cost you probably $50,000 to stake. And everyone goes, well, James, that's too expensive. In my mind, I go, it's sure a lot better than 20 million. So it depends on what your mindset is. My mindset is 500,000 is a great opportunity to stake this coin, whereas the alternative before was 20 million. So we've got to change our mindset in that, hey, my sister-in-law Susie only has $100. Can't she get in? No. This is an opportunity for people who can afford to stake. And right now it is only $600, but trust me, it's going to be $2,000-$3,000 to be a minimum stake very soon. And we're not going to apologize for it. We're not going to get 2 people. Carol's not going to go, Carol's going to try this, but I'm not going to let her. Hey, my sister and my brother and the neighbor all want to go in on one staking position. And I'm like, sorry, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a staker, and it's going to be a little more expensive. And I just want you to understand that, you guys, this is an incredible opportunity. So if you have people that can't afford to stake, Let them do it now, because we're not trying to make this, the same as Amway, where for $20 you can get some vitamins and stuff. This is a staking business model, and it will get more expensive. How much does it cost to stake Dash Network right now?
1,000 coins, so roughly $200,000.
Thank you. $200,000.
Yeah.
Is Dash Coin going, well, can't we get 10 people to go in and make it this? No. They're going, hey, if you want to stake the most profitable proof of stake coin, that's what it costs. We're going to be the most profitable proof of stake coin. And we're not going to apologize for our coin going up. Does that make sense? So if you're really like wanting to get your friends and family in, do it this week, do it next week, do it before the event, because this coin's going to skyrocket. Now, eventually, not everyone's going to be able to be stakers. So what are they going to do after it's kind of hard to be a staker? Like, it's hard to be a Dash staker.
Then you have to buy your coin from a ShareNode.
Nope. After it's kind of difficult to be a staker because it costs so much, what's the average and ordinary person going to do in ShareNode? I knew you knew. I just want to get everyone else to get it, so don't say it yet. There's only two things we do. Let's review what they are. And right now I'm only letting you do one of them. Stake coins. To be honest with you, that's a 6-month opportunity. It's a 6-month window. You don't realize it yet, but the 500 million coins will be gone like that. Eric was in New York today, and somebody offered to buy them all today.
What?
Yeah. Well, we sold them, but just mittens.
Oh, no!
I'm kidding. So no, he didn't sell any of them, guys. Someone who's a financial person is like, oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Right.
It's like, they're like, we'll stake the whole network for you. That's the opposite of why we do this.
So what's the answer? I didn't hear what you said. If once they run out of coins, then what?
Going to sell
Well, we're not going to
businesses.
sell anymore, so the only way they can get them is from someone else. But just think about it. It's not an average and ordinary person that can afford to stake Dash, right? It's $200,000 minimum. Okay, so I'm just telling you that it will get very expensive, but the coins will be gone. Period. Okay, so unless a staker is willing to, so I'm just going to ask Viva. So Viva is a major staker. So your coin is going up, Viva. It's just awesome. It's growing crazy. And you're seeing 1,000 businesses being added to the network per day. Per day. Every day you're like, wow, another 1,000 businesses. In China, another 500 businesses. Indonesia, another 500 businesses. Another 1,000, another 1,000. You're looking at watching your site. It's like ding, 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 ding. It's just going to be adding businesses. So every time it adds business, over here you see your wallet adding coins. Are you going to sell your token so that all of that stops? No. Everyone's like, I can't wait to sell it. And I'm like,
You don't get it.
really? I'm like, that'd be like, hey, here, see this lottery ticket? It's guaranteed to win every day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to sell it. Okay? So,
Yeah, right.
anyway, so I'm just telling you that this is a good thing, and some people will sell it, and they'll wish they hadn't. So I promise you, someone is going to sell their token when it gets to $2. And when that token is at $200, and it's generating 20, 30, 40, 50,000 businesses on our network,
Oh my God.
the amount that they sold it for
Yeah.
is how much they'll be earning every hour. And they'll go, man, I made 80,000. Yeah, but you're making 80,000 an hour now. Okay, so I don't know the numbers. I'm not trying to project that. But if you're a mathematical person like I am, I run the numbers, and I know how easy it is to sell businesses. I've not found a business that doesn't want to do it. I really haven't. Okay, I found businesses that are like, please, please, please. So I just want you to get what we're doing. So there will come a time where staking will stop. So what are we all going to do?
sell businesses.
We got 30 million businesses to go after. And I promise you this, the ShareNode opportunity will still be massive for people who just want to refer businesses. But they will never make the money of the original founders. Has anybody met an original Microsoft founder? Do you know why you haven't met them? Because they don't want to be met. They're wealthy. You know, have you met an original Bitcoin founder? A guy who bought Bitcoin at a cent?
Is he still alive?
Huh?
Is he still alive?
No, I'm saying there's lots of people that bought Bitcoin at 1 cent.
Wow.
They're multi-billionaires. Okay? So I'm gonna do some math for you a second, because a lot of people tell me, and I want you to pay attention to this, is important. If ShareNode or NASGO, let's say, is paying out every 17 minutes. Okay, we're gonna do your coins. Let's say we have 10 businesses on the network, just 10 businesses. So let's figure out what is 12,600 times 10. What is that?
126,000.
126,000. Okay, so every single day you're getting 126,000 coins. We're gonna do it times 1,000 because it'll be easier. So we're gonna do 1.26 million is how many tokens we're earning every single day. Well, let's say that you're 1,000th of that revenue share. Okay, are you following me right now? Mm-hmm. If you're 1,000th of that, if you have enough staking that you're 1,000th of it, then you're earning 126,000 tokens a day. If you're 1/10,000th of it, what are you earning? Take out the zero. So it would be 1,260. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're earning 1,260 tokens a day right now, which a lot of you in this room are at that rate already, I know what you've put into this. Okay, you know, you're probably going to be earning about that many tokens a day. But let's say you're not. Let's say you're even smaller. Let's take it back another zero. So now you're 1/100,000th of the network. 1/100,000.
126 per day.
I put that much in my son's account without him even knowing. I put it in. Just as hey, I'll just put this in for my son and see what happens. Okay? He's still getting 126 tokens a day. Okay? Now I want to contrast something. That 126 tokens is also giving you a pairing of NSG. What's 20% of that?
25.
Thank you.
25 tokens every 17 minutes. Okay? Now, guess what? Is that more or less than the Bitcoin network is paying out?
Don't know.
More. The Bitcoin network only pays out 12.5 tokens every 10 minutes. And I just told you could be one of our smallest stakers and you would still be earning the same of what Bitcoin is earning. Now you go, well, but Bitcoin's at $7,000. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so will ShareNode be. So will NSG. And the reason is because we need to contrast what's behind Bitcoin. Let's think about it. What's driving the price of Bitcoin? I mean, what economic factors, what gold coin, what business model is behind Bitcoin?
Nothing.
Are you ready for the answer? Nothing. There's nothing behind it. There's no bank, there's no dollars. There's just a limited token and a supply and demand. That's it. So if you believe it's going up, you're buying it. And if I believe it's going down, I'm selling it. That's all that's behind Bitcoin, this flat zero. Now we'll go over here. What's behind NSG? 1,000 businesses, soon to be 1 million. You think you're gonna shut down a network that has 100,000 businesses on it? You think the token price is gonna drop? Guys, it's gonna be the strongest, most successful coin out there because it's actually supported by the most real business because it's real transactions. In my mind, me transferring Bitcoin from me to Gary is really not that much of a real transaction. Me buying my food at Mimi's, that's a real transaction. So I'm just telling you that You guys, some of the people who are in ShareNode right now will become some of the wealthiest people in the world. I really believe that we will generate more millionaires in ShareNode than any other business in history. Okay? I just went through the mathematics of it. The only reason I can talk this way is because it's a very small group and I know no one's recording this. Okay?
Are you recording?
Hello, does.
Oh, you get,
Pictures in this one.
can I see that computer for a second? What I have to do is just slam it down really hard.
It's not recording.
No, you have to delete that.
Yeah, it can't be posted.
All right.
Yeah, delete that right now. Because look, someone can like take that out of context. Okay? So do not show that.
Okay.
Thank you for catching that. But why didn't you tell me earlier?
I was going to tell them.
It's all right. We're a family group here.
Yeah, and I got a lot of family
It ain't going
groups
nowhere.
stuff all over YouTube right now.
So thank you so much.
It's not light
So
screen.
do you understand what I'm saying, you guys? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the power of the network and the networks working with other networks, and that's another way to say that is synergy. And the Money New program works on synergy. It's positive synergy. Things, networks reinforcing other networks. It is such an incredibly powerful, positive business change that the last time it happened, it was called the internet.
Yes.
This is more than that. It's
And this is way more than the
It's
internet.
never been done before.
This,
This
guys,
is
this
huge.
has never been done.
It's
Now,
totally unique.
on a contrast note,
Yeah.
is it going to be easy? No. Are there going to be challenges? No. Are we going to hit all of our deadlines? No. We're behind already. We thought we'd be up September 1. It's September 7th. Are we doing an amazing job?
Yeah.
We're way ahead of schedule. We got 5,000 people in, and we'll probably grow at 5,000 a week next week. So everything is going great. I love you guys. You're really a part of something that's transformational. I feel sorry for Colby. He's going to get about 10,000 emails tomorrow from people wanting to know what's going on with his accounts. And I told Colby, I said, Colby, you don't understand. I go, you're like employee 4.
Partner with me.
We'll have 1,000 employees pretty soon. You'll be managing 100 of them.
We're free.
I need to go, everybody.
I need to go too.
Be sure you add.
You guys, thank you so much.
Add
I hope you learned a
gratuity.
lot, and I hope you had fun.
Add gratuity to your check, please. And thank you so much, James. That was so awesome. Nice to meet you, Colby. I'll see you all. I have a daughter's birthday luncheon to have to go to.
Well,
That's
thanks
all
for
my goal.
thanks for arranging
Thanks
this.
for
Thanks.
being here. And next week, we're here
Give it to
again.
Viva.
James, can you come each week this month?
Are you split with her?
You
Oh,
know,
she was going to pay with him.
can you come next week?
Oh,
I don't know.
Would you make a commitment now?
No.
No, it's
Put
just
it on your
You
calendar?
live close?
Vermont.
You live close to here?
I do.
Okay.
And you guys,
I might leave.
I'd be honest with you, you may never see me again.
Yeah.
And I'm actually not kidding. I mean, I don't think you guys realize what we're doing right now. The deals that I'm working on and how big it's going to get, I don't think you can guarantee that I'll be here.
Yeah, right.
I
Yes,
think you
that's
need to
not what I
learn
said
how to
to you,
use
but
this
yes,
finger and
And
press
call
that
my-
button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
no,
we
no.
have a screen?
I got that
Can you
already.
get access
You
to a
got that
screen?
one?
I'm just lucky. And
Yes.
no,
And
I'm just
so can you be our
grateful
screen
that I got
person
to
for
see
our
you
month?
today.
You guys got me every
September,
morning at
bring 'em
7
here.
a.m.
Yeah.
Who's talking and
But I
you're
can't
talking.
guarantee you I can do
can't
these
do
meetings
both.
very often.
Yeah, yeah.
And do
Now, if you could put in,
I can't
if you
do
could
both.
put 200 people in a room in a hotel, I'll be there.
Okay.
But I can't come for 20 people.
Yeah.
We'll see how we're gonna go, but we're gonna see, what I wanna know is, do we still have our projector?
Yes.
But if you give Colby $100, he might show up.
All right, I'll just see you next week if he's not here.
All right.
See you later, guys.
Thanks, Carol. Thanks a lot.